discussion video on Is Pauline Bell a tomboy? So apparently, in the Wikipedia that I found, it never mentioned or showed if Pauline Bell was a tomboy. But anyways, I'm gonna discuss through if Pauline Bell's a tomboy. Hello, I'm William, or you can call me William the Simpsons and Atomic Puppet lover. And today I will be discussing about is Pauline Bell a tomboy? As mentioned in the Wikipedia, it never said anything if Pauline Bell was a tomboy. I'll just tell you the whole story. Well, as you may see, it never mentioned that Pauline lives with her uncle in the comic book store. But it's currently unknown if Pauline is actually a tomboy or a girly girl because of her pink hair and purple clothes, along with a beanie and a shirt and a vest. It never mentioned to see if Pauline Bell is a tomboy. Well, I'm going to tell you the characteristics on why Pauline Bell may be a tomboy. Well, I would just say, in my opinion, Pauline Bell may be a fierce, strong, and fearless tomboy. Even though she has pink hair and pink and purple clothes, including her hairstyle, it doesn't mean that she's actually a girly girl. Well, some people apparently say that she's a tomboy, but it never say anything if she was a tomboy or not. Well, in this case, I'll tell you the whole story about Pauline Bell. Well, you see, Pauline Bell actually lived with her uncle in the comic book store. However, the creator, Mark Drop, did not say anything if Pauline's parents are here, because in the meantime, her uncle was never seen in the show. Although in YouTube, it actually mentioned about Pauline Bell living with her uncle. Though she knows Joey's secret identity of being Atomic Puppet, she decides to be a superhero in Sword Sisters. Pauline Bell actually does have rollerblades, a crown, and a tiara. And it also means she dresses up as the heroine, so Princess Wartickle. But this doesn't stop her from being a tomboy. Pauline actually loves to chew bubblegum in the episode Atomic Weakness. We could see that Pauline chewed bubblegum, and her favorite color is pink. It doesn't mean that she is actually a girly girl, but the creator never mentioned to say that she's a tomboy or not. She also knew Joey when she was 3 years old, as mentioned in Bucket List. Apparently, Pauline is actually the trigonologist of Atomic Puppet, and she managed to be a superhero in Sword Sisters. However, as the sword went out of control, she began to drive mad with power. It actually classifies her as being a tomboy according to the Hero Wikipedia page. But does this mean that Pauline Bell is a tomboy just like the other cartoon girls? In my opinion, yes, Pauline Bell is a tomboy. Because of this, she has like a characteristic of boy styles, and she has like short hair and a beanie. So eventually, it never mentioned if Pauline Bell is an orphan or not. According to Dad, she lives with her uncle in the comic book store. But fortunately, by then, the uncle is never mentioned, so Pauline is usually alone in the comic book store. She determines herself from being a superhero to a tomboyish girl. But fortunately, once Joey says this, she has to practice more because one-way battle does not count as a hero. It takes a lot of hard practice for Pauline to be a hero, especially when she gets over with the sword, which belongs to Princess Wartickle. But fortunately, Pauline was actually possessed, and the sword drove her crazy. Fortunately, Joey and AP managed to stop her in time before she destroyed the whole city. So apparently, Pauline Bell may be a fierce, clever, and tomboyish person, but she can also be a little sassy at times. Pauline Bell is actually described as a fierce, fearless, and brave tomboy, as mentioned in my opinion. Because of that, the Wikipedia never mentioned about Pauline's personality. Fortunately, it's currently unknown what her personality is. But I would apparently say that the creators apparently never announced that Pauline will be a superhero along with Joey in the second season ever since the show was canceled 4 years ago. So in my case, in some episodes, Pauline tries to save Joey from being possessed by Miss Erlenmeyer. Fortunately, Pauline was the only one to break the spell, and she saved the student's life. And this is why she got a major role. First being Sword Sisters, and the second one being Erlenmeyer's Revenge. So fortunately, these are the only 2 roles that she's in, but for the rest of the episodes, she has a minor role. We can tell by her experience that Pauline has a bike, and she can run really fast, as mentioned in Atomic Weakness and Warm Boy, as she tried to save Joey from being captured, and she tried to take the meteor, but Kevlar apparently captured her. So does this mean Kevlar actually apologized to Pauline? Well, according to my opinion, yes. Since Pauline Bell was actually telling the truth that it weakened Atomic Puppet's power, Kevlar decided to free her before Joey and AP transformed to meet Professor Tightgrip to destroy the meteor. And that is why Pauline Bell is actually a tomboy. So apparently, I would presumably say, yes, Pauline Bell is a tomboy. Even though she likes pink and purple, it doesn't mean that she's a girly girl or tomboy, but I would just presumably say that, in my opinion. Okay guys, that's all for now. And apparently, I'm really sorry that I will not be doing any discussions next week. I think it's because I will be going for an appointment really early with my mom, and you know what, I'll just take a break apparently. But for the following week, if I can, then I'll make more discussion videos, but if I can't, then it has to be delayed. But anyways, that's all for now.